All right, so today we're here with the InstaFire Vesta. That's the self-powered indoor heater. If you look over here, there's this little fan. It's a thermoelectric module. This heats up, that spins, yada yada. I've got a video about it. I'll link to that. What I'm going to do today is I have my Kelly Kettle, and I was thinking, oh, I wonder how much more efficient, the Kelly Kettle is than just a normal tea kettle on this, and how well this thing does of heating them. So we're going to test it out. To make sure we're being fair with the water, I'm going to put just one bottle into each. Give them a set amount of time. I'll probably base it on how the steam comes out of this first one to decide how long to do it. And then we'll test that on both of them. After that, we'll go ahead and get a temperature reading on the water. And then with the Kelly Kettle one, since I'm doing it second, we'll try to reconstitute some Mountain House Adventure Meals, biscuits, and gravy because I'm a little hungry. Now, I was going to do 2 cans in the Vesta. They use these little fuel cans. But I don't think 2 is actually going to hit this one, so we're just going to use 1. I am going to use brand new ones, so, they're full of fuel. The wicks are in the best condition, etc. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. So just a quick reminder how these work. They've got the little tray. You just set the fuel can in there, and then you're good to go. So let's do that. Oh, these caps are always on there really good. I'm pretty sure these are shipped at a different elevation. There we go. So, just these little liquid heat cans. We're going to put this in the second position since we're going to be cooking. And yeah, there we go. I'll let that go for a second. So now that we got the fire going, we're just going to go and slide this back in. Yeah. Get us nice in view here. So just so you see, keeping it fair. For science, these are 16.9 ounce bottles. Put the lid back on. Yeah, it's lit. Now I'll just start the timer. Obviously, I'll speed this up a little, but you guys can see the timer. And yeah, now we just wait for some steam to start coming out. So we're going to stop at 4 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and pour it out here into this Kelly Kettle mug. This is the big one. Because I'm not sure this is heating up very well. And I think the other one absolutely is going to. So for reference, it's 70 degrees here inside the house. So I have the thermostat set at. I'm sure it's climbing slowly. So 4 minutes got us about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Not the best. I assume the Kelly Kettle's going to heat up much quicker, just because of the way it's designed and stuff with the thin wall and everything. So I wanted to stop at 4 minutes so we have a good thing. So we're at about 86 degrees at 4 minutes with my traditional cheap Amazon special kettle. And we're just going to move this over here. I don't know about you guys, but the sound of that change just kind of drives me nuts. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to fill this up. This will actually fill most of it. I believe this does 20 ounces, and this is, what did I say, 16.9. So now let's go ahead and get the cap back. Very nice. Make sure the pour is down. Yeah. There we go. I just wanted to make sure the pour spout was down so I don't have to touch it when it's hot. So we're going to go ahead and get this back on there. And we're going to reset a timer and go. We put that on there a few seconds before I started it, so we'll go ahead and get this off. Don't know how warm this is going to be, so it's going to take forever. We're just going to pull it out. Normally I pull it out. I was just trying to be lazy. Yeah, this is actually, except for the chimney, it's really cool. Well, fingers crossed. Let's see how we did here. So we started at about 60. Okay, so the Kelly Kettle didn't work very well in here. We're going to get to about 69 degrees, which is the ambient temperature. That's interesting. Oh yeah, that's room temperature, and that's still warm. So, obviously that has a smaller surface area. It maximized that heat more. If I had 2 cans in here, I bet this would have done better. So, since that's actually basically the room temperature, I'm going to put a new bottle of water in here. We're going to get 2 cans going, and we're just going to see how long until we start seeing steam. Okay, I've reset. We're going to put new water in. And I'm not too worried about like the temperature of the thing because it's room temperature still, just like the water was. We're going to get that second can going. Let me get that real quick. The idea of these InstaFire things, like the Ember, which I just did a video on, you can find that. I've done 2 on the Vesta so far. Like, they're neat in concept, but they feel kind of gimmicky. If you were using this in a small room and you had a carbon monoxide detector, yeah, I would use it for heat because that thing's kind of nifty and it would definitely help, assuming you weren't going to poison yourself. But like the cost of them combined with the cost of the fuel cans, it's just like, yeah, what's really the point, right? Pull this back a little. So the other one slid back to the number 3 position when I put it in. Let me get this one lit. Okay. Slide her back. Let me get the pot holder. Well, that's annoying. The one stayed in the number 3 position, but this one moved to the number 1 position. There we go. So now our cans are right here and right here. So we'll put the kettle there. Cap back on it. And yeah, timer is going. I would like to know, how much heat is getting made from the 2 cans now. This thing. Let's get it off of there. There we go. All right. Well, 2 cans is better than 1, go figure. Wow. So because of that surface area of the Kelly Kettle and you're not getting the heat directly to the bottom, in this instance, it is not very good on this thing. we're only going to get to about 77.7 degrees. So if you're going to use the Vesta indoors, definitely use something smaller to heat your water. That's not really the greatest. What I'm trying to do is not spilling water everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna finish heating our water up on this, I guess. Good to know, right? That's why we do this stuff. So the Kelly Kettle, not a great fit for the InstaFire Vesta. That said, I love the Kelly Kettle when you're using it outside, you know, butane, propane, whatever. You're getting most of the heat in there, and it's nice because you can just stick your hands over the top and kind of warm them up when you're camping. I just noticed I got the handle on the flame. My bad. But yeah, see, it's already starting to sizzle here. And that was off of one heat. So we're going to heat this up. We're going to get it in the pouch. And we're going to get some food in me. Even with the 2 fuel cans going, I mean, we've had another 2 minutes or so. And it's still, you know, I'm just now starting to get some bubbles. So realistically, as much as I like the idea of these things, they're just not very good. Like, and it's not their fault. It's just the fuel source. Those cans of heat, you know, those are basically the same thing that you're using to keep food warm in a catering situation. So trying to cook from it, you know, it's like the same problem you have where, yeah, you could heat a can of something up with a candle, but there's not enough energy there to do it in a timely fashion. Yes, there's a lot of heat coming out of this, which would be great for heating a room with the radiator and the fan. But is it practical to cook with? I would rather use propane or butane to cook with. You're going to get a little bit better energy density there. You know, we've probably all used a camp stove, either like gas or propane or butane. They're just so nice because you can get little ones, you can get big ones. If you're buying this for your use in your home, you have the option to have a grill or even a propane grill. If you're doing this in an apartment, I mean, I would still probably lean towards the camp stove. And obviously something like this, you don't want to lug camping. The Kelly Kettle maybe, because you can pack all the mess kit and stuff into a fairly small footprint and throw it in a bag or whatever. But you don't want to lug this thing around, this InstaFire Vesta. Like, it has some weight to it, and it makes a lot of noise. And if you're going camping, you might as well just have a campfire, right? And if you're backpacking, you definitely don't want to lug this thing around. And we're starting getting the boiling noises now. And it's been, you know, quite a while. Cool gimmick. It's practical. No, not really. We're going to go ahead and get this pouch open now that we got a sizzle. Get the desiccant pack. Don't want to eat that. That cup holds exactly the amount of water that the pouch wants. That's why I'm going to use it. Take another quick peek here. I mean, we're basically in the same condition they were several minutes ago. Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this biscuits and gravy off camera, and then we'll show you it when it's done. I guess real quick we can do a temperature reading, and then I'll just put the water back in. Okay, at least we have steam this time. That is promising. As I spill it everywhere. Oh yeah, we're over 100 now. Yes, we're at about 150. So realistically, if you wanted to heat a Mountain House pouch on this, you're looking at 10 to 12 minutes. Maybe 10 with something like that. I mean, if you're really hungry and power's out and you don't have any other way to cook and power's only going to be out for like a day or two, yeah, it's practical. Like if you're talking grid down situation, you know, you're going to burn through these fuel cans. If you buy a case of them, you're going to burn through them in a week or two probably. Trying to make your meals, and then, you know, you're back to looking for whatever. So, kind of cool, you know, whatever. I'm going to get some food going now. Well, I forgot to record myself putting it in, but you know how it works. You just put the hot boiling water in there, you wait 5 minutes, you stir it, you do it again for 4 or 5 minutes, and you should be ready to eat. So, you know, we're about as because we're going to get here with the Mountain House. It's been about 10 minutes since it was in the pouch, since I added the water. So yeah, did I heat up the Mountain House? Yes. Does it look as disgusting as Mountain House always does? Yes. Is it going to taste all right? Yeah. But, like, I don't know. There's better options. If I was buying this for the heat novelty, sure. Especially if you're going to use it in, like, a well-ventilated area and all that. It's definitely going to put out some heat for a room.